Welcome to what will be my craft room. Lack of change of outfits at the moment, mostly because I am filming multiple videos at the same time. This is my space and it is a mess. So I thought we'd have a little chat about what I'm planning to do with the space and get started. I wanted to show you the chaos that it was first. Now, granted, it was much worse at one point and we've really put some stuff away, but it's still not great. All of my stuff, as well as, oh look, it's you, a hunking great wardrobe that we didn't realise they were going to leave behind. I want to get a little bit more organised. I didn't show you the window stuff either. There's stuff all on the windowsill. I want to get a little bit more organised in here so that I can craft in the meantime before we're actually ready to start this room. I got to tidy. I need to empty that wardrobe because the first thing to really start this room is to get rid of that wardrobe. Let's talk a little bit about plans because this is not just my sewing room, it is still going to be the guest room. We still need somewhere for people to stay. We do have the sofa bed downstairs now, but now we'd like two couples to stay at the same time. So there's the sofa bed that was in my last studio, it's not staying there. The idea, get rid of that bed, sofa bed over there. I don't want it to be a guest room that I happen to sew in. I want it to be my sewing room that guests can stay in. Guests we get what, like a handful of times a year, so the primary function should be the function that we use it most, and that's sewing. So I want my desk to be here, so I've got the natural light from the sun in the daytime, and then when it's nighttime I'll have the light in front of me and not behind me. If like my desk was against the wall, then the light will be behind me and I'll be casting shadows on my own work, as in most places. But this way, better light for me to do my craft. So great. I want a bigger table. We know this. I've been working on this little silly table for quite some time because it fit in the space. I also want storage. So what we've just, oh, and that's the other thing. My lovely trusty sewing tower, which is a calyx on casters. Wheels don't work on plush carpet, so that's now obsolete in its current form. So the plan is we're going to take that table and this calyx unit, merge them. It's going to be a big table that's going to come out on the side so I can access the calyx from the front and I can sew on the back. I just need to buy a tabletop from IKEA for, I think it was like £49, but that's the only piece of furniture we are buying for this room because everything else, most of it was gifted. The sofa was gifted to me by my parents. We're going to put the Welsh dresser in here, which is a funny choice, but it fits the vibe here most, but also more storage for my crafts. And that was also gifted to me by my parents. This was gifted to me technically by my sister when we moved out of my parents' house. This was in our bedroom at the time, so my sister had it in the bedroom before, and yeah, she said we could take it with us. It was our TV stand in our flat that we owned, and then it lived in storage for a bit. Then it was my sewing tower. They're the holes that had the spool holder, so that's been, you know, part of my videos pretty much the whole time, and now it's here and it's still going to be part of my sewing room. It's just gonna have a bit of a facelift, a bit of a different look. The point was everything's pretty much gifted. The only thing I really did buy was my own table, that table I bought to go with the Welsh dresser when I was living, technically I was in the flat with Harry, like we owned that flat, but I rented another flat because I didn't work in the same place. We were long distance for an entire year of our marriage, the first year of our marriage. So yeah, that was my table. I did buy that, and I think that was like £100 from IKEA back in the day. So, but we're giving it new life. Tidy, I think, is the first step. So at 8 days after when I filmed that original intro saying, let's tidy up the space so I can decorate it. Well, I tidied it up, as you saw, and I thought, I can do a sewing project. So it's no longer tidy. So let's tidy it up again and dismantle this thing. me why.
Tell me why.
Not sure how we're going to solve it, if we're just going to ignore it, or maybe we cut a little bit off and we go get a bit just to fill in the gap. I don't know. Not exactly what we wanted to find on a Sunday night, was it, Harry?
No.
Okay, to cover it here, so if I move this even just a tiny bit, there's the wood. Oh, goodness, ow. There you go, no, I've done it. So yeah, that's kind of the leg pushed to the edge of the carpet, so this looks normal. We have this gap. And that's where the plug is, so I don't want to like block it off, because obviously I've only got 2 plugs here, that one and the one by Harry, my lovely assistant.
How did I manage to stand in the exact wrong place?
But yeah, they're the only 2 plugs in the room, so we don't want to block it off. It's a bit annoying. I am here, by the way. It wasn't just him doing all the wallpaper. That's what it's left to. We folded it up all nice and neat. Can you recycle wallpaper?
I think so.
I suppose it depends what it's made out of. We don't know.
Don't tell the
So-
council, we're going to try.
So after that annoyance yesterday of them not having carpeted the whole thing, come up with a couple of ideas to like address that situation. This was peel and stick and took us less than 10 minutes to get off the walls, I swear, even with the filming.
I feel like with this house, the jobs you think are going to take no time at all end up having major problems.
Take like 4 years.
The things that's going to be like, oh, this is going to be a long project, it's going to take a whole night, I'm going to be really tired, done.
Yeah, honestly, that was all I had planned for tonight. So now we're not even 6:30, and I'm like,
Screw your timetable.
And not only that, our internet's going a bit funny, so we haven't got really anything to do other than work on this place. Maybe we can work out how to get the blinds down, because we do want them down, and start at least carting this downstairs, this wardrobe, which Harry seems to think he might use in his
Yes, the medieval space tavern.
The medieval space tavern, as we're now calling it. It's no longer the lair, it's now the medieval space tavern.
Hey, I mean, it's medieval space tavern. The name of the medieval space tavern might be the Dragon's Lair, and we don't decide yet.
Fair. Like just have like a tagline underneath, a medieval space, but like
Dragon's Lair, a medieval
like a
space
gastro pub. It's a medieval space tavern.
Yeah.
A new genre. Maybe we'll open one day, a real one. A real one. What do I mean by that?
I don't know, but I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get some muscles. Well, I'll probably be carrying most of it, though. I do need help with those glass panels. They are heavy, so that's gonna take a little bit of
Finagling.
physics and engineering to get those down the stairs without breaking them. But they do come apart. There is that option. Okay. I don't know if I'll update again tonight. I mean, he's just getting on with it.
I've got no internet. I'm going crazy.
You gonna paint me a sun on the ceiling?
Oh my god, what? Am I doing that now?
So I get some gold painting. You paint me a sun on the ceiling, or orange, and yellow, orange and yellow.
Maybe.
Let me see.
Is there a Star Wars kit in it for me?
There's a happy wife.
Yeah. Hey, look. Does this not make you happy? Does this not
Yeah,
make you
no.
happy?
Got rid of that bloody awful
shelf and replaced it with a
It's still sill,
disgusting
Harry.
looking shelf right now, but
Sill.
still.
Yeah.
How the heck did you come off?
I'm gonna go. Bye. So we just got the blinds down. Now we were being really careful because originally I was gonna put them back up because I found some voiles I like, but obviously this is the guest room, so, and this is also south facing. So when people come and stay, they don't want it to be bright in the morning when they get woken up. So I was like, oh, we were getting them down. We were being careful, though we ended up pulling out the middle bracket entirely. I was like, oh, I really don't like them. Why am I trying to save them? And I said, I'll just find other curtains, or I'll make solid curtains like the ones I like, but with the bows on top. That's why I like them myself. And Harry goes, oh, what about a fairy tale shutters? And paint them like Tangled.
Why do I open my mouth?
Like, that's brilliant. We're doing that. I don't even care anymore.
I'm brilliant. Yeah, no, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. It's my idea.
He's regretting it ever so slightly now, though.
So much work.
this is becoming a far too familiar situation. We're in IKEA. This is a tabletop for my sewing room. Harry has had to stay behind again because there's no room for him. I have to go get him. I have to come back here and get him in a minute. Now to drive this home. So it's Wednesday. I've just got in from work. It's a bit echoey in here because Harry's been doing a lot of prep. Pulled up the carpet. It's the easiest way. Don't bother with tape. Just pull it up. Yeah, so reality has kicked in a bit, and the shutter idea, as much as I loved it, because this is like a 3-panel window, it ain't gonna work, and it's gonna be too expensive to get someone in to do it. So instead, we went to Dunelm last night. We didn't actually do anything in the room and walked around. So I really liked these curtains, these voiles, because they had like the pink and orange in them and already. And so it brought in the fact that I've got pink walls and an orange chair. And I thought, oh, that's really cute. It ties it in. It makes it cohesive. And yeah, so like, oh, maybe I'd get a different chair. But this one was free from my mum and dad. Yeah, I didn't really want to do that. I thought I could cover it, but then it's more money on that. And ultimately, we need something that's blackout because this is the guest rooms and it's a south-facing window. So you want your guests to be comfortable, at least when they stay. So we were like, okay, let's go see if there's any. We actually went to buy a table protector for the glass table downstairs. And I thought, let's just have a look at the curtains. Let's just see what they've got. I really like the Sophie Robertson range. Just nothing was speaking to me on the website, but they have a few drips and drabs of the sale because we are in February. We're about a third of the way through February, and I found some curtains that I really love, and they have the pink and they have the orange. They're actually mostly blue, so yeah, we're going that way. I bought them and I'm really happy. So yeah, just simple curtains now, simple curtains. The plan tonight is sugar soap the walls and let that dry, and then if it dries in time, prime the windowsill, and there's a bit of exposed plaster. I don't know if, yeah, a bit of exposed plaster. That was when we pulled the blinds down and that, yeah. And then tomorrow, paint. The other day, I said, I don't mind this peel and stick stuff because it came off really easily. The paper did. The paper did. I have now washed this wall 3 times with fresh sugar soap. There's still a residue. There's a residue of the blooming glue that's on the back of that stuff. So I'm about to go out to aerial class. That needs to dry either way. We've read online about like vinegar or alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, last resort sanding. Okay, sanding didn't work, but look how much of this glue is coming off.
Yeah, there's a lot of glue on there. Yeah, it was not sticky back stuff, was it? It was proper.
No, I think it was peel and stick. I really do.
You think it left that much behind on peel and stick?
I've never seen normal wallpaper do this.
Well, I think there's no way to do it other than hot water and keep scraping. Hot, slopey water and scrape. We did some tests. We tried sanding, didn't really work. We scraped it. Really, actually, what we were getting off was just anything the sander left, and it really still felt sticky afterwards. So then we tried dish soap, and that seemed to improve, but we're like, oh, we did that on the bit where we've sanded already. We do have a little bit of isopropyl, so we thought we'd give that a go. And they're like, okay, let's just do some dish soap on its own. So this is where we're at. Well, there's something strange, and it don't look good. I've got no idea who I'm going to call. It even says, get out.
So after last night's debacle, we ended up peeling all the paint off. That shouldn't happen. And the reason that happened is because they didn't do what's called a mist coat, which is what this is on the back wall. Now, mist coat is emulsion paint mixed with a bit of water, about 70% emulsion paint, 30% water. And basically the water helps it like soak in and seal that plaster so it kind of bonds to each other. And then you can paint on top and that adheres a lot better. So now is time for colour. Harry has also shellacked the windowsill, so that's looking a lot better already. But yeah, we're going to be painting. So that's the first coat of pink on, and the ceiling, and the woodwork, and the sill. Well, that's woodwork. Good morning. I'm off work, by the way, this week. I'm not just skiving. I booked the week off and got it approved. So yesterday we did the second coat in here. And yeah, we thought maybe we'd need a third coat on that back wall because we saw a lot of shadows. Now, we've tried to wait for the daylight. It's very, very grey, miserable day. But we wanted to wait for the daylight to try and see the issues. Now, the only issues that we think there are the cutting in. Like, we didn't do the cutting in as vigilantly as possible. So we're going to cut in again this morning before we fully get dressed. That's why we're in clothes, painting clothes again. I do wash these between the different rooms, by the way. Like, but there's no point cleaning them. I'm going to start cutting in on the bottom. Harry's just having breakfast and then he's going to cut in at the top. Hopefully we'll finish the painting today. It will dry by this afternoon. We can lay the carpet down. And then maybe I can get the stuff in here to do the table. I won't start it probably today, but if I can at least move it in here. We've painted and now we've let the carpet, it's not in place yet. We haven't like pressed it down on the nails, pins, what are they called? Tacks, carpet? I don't know. Tacks, are they? So we're just gonna vacuum it. We think that will help it settle. We're gonna move the sofa back where it's gonna be, and then we're gonna vax it. Probably tomorrow, vaxing, not tonight. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Because we're also gonna do some sanding and stuff in here, so like we'll need to vacuum again. But yeah, we've got the carpet back down. And I actually quite like the grey with the pink. I don't usually like grey that much. Not bad. We can live with it for a bit. Still haven't come up with a solution for that yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. Like that.
Right.
And then I'm gonna put the tabletop
On top.
Yeah, and the legs are gonna from the other table, but I need to
Yeah.
make them longer.
Okay.
And then the sides that I was gonna paint because I think they're really badly scratched up was gonna be this one
Yeah.
and this one.
Okay. So the holes need filling and it needs scratching up for painting. Oh, it feels like yesterday I was doing this for you. Casters on.
To be fair though, we did get good use out of them.
Yeah, you did. You did. It served its purpose.
Mm.
And then we'll use them again for something, won't we?
You moved it. It was like
Ghosts.
oh no, I thought I saw
Ghosts. So it needs to flip upside down and get it away.
Look at this.
Yeah, well, it was against the floor for ages.
Yeah. Oh, you'd already flipped it round.
Yeah.
I think, like, can you put up? I'm gonna put the back tower walls.
Okay.
Because this is going to get completely
Covered.
hidden. And do that.
Yeah.
And then, is that good enough? I don't think I need to paint that. Like, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong. But if I cleaned that, what do you think?
I don't think it's worth painting.
Just
I
give
don't
it
think
clean.
Just give it clean. Because then does it match the wood that's here?
What?
This stuff.
It's not wood, it's white.
Oh, it's white. But no, it's still, no, I think you're fine. I don't think you want to pink it. I think it'll look weird. I'll leave it wood. Let's have a look at the legs downstairs.
They're cream. Let's
They're
get them.
cream.
Yeah, I think so.
If I could sand them all the way down to wood, do you want them as wood?
There'll be different wood then.
I'd leave them white. Match the table.
Who?
I would paint.
Just get it. If they're not white, they're cream. That's why I need them up to be like, is it really obvious that they're a different colour?
I see.
Try and show you the vision. So there's the white table, and I've just placed this on. I'm trying to put it centre for now, and then the idea will be to attach them together, and the legs that we've got downstairs will be on the other side. Well, what do you think? Is it really freaking obvious? The colour difference.
It's really not at all. You have to lie it flat like that, in the exact same light, to be able to see any colour difference.
So you think no bother?
I think no bother.
Okay.
It's cool, though. It's always something you can do after it's made as well, if you really want to.
Yeah, if I get fed up or ding it or whatever, I can paint it afterwards, can't I?
But
So you just leave it.
I would just leave it.
Okay. In which case,
No sanding to do.
no sanding, no painting. That's all. That's all done with.
That's great. I don't need to do anything to that. Just bring up the rest of the table.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take it fully apart, the other bits of wood too? Yeah.
but keep all the screws. Good morning, just about, still morning. Harry and I have had a debate this morning. Oh, and I'm gonna apologise in advance because next door of having like a tree being mulched or something. So if you hear that in the background, sorry. I'll try and explain. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. But you might not even be able to hear that. I don't know if my microphone is even going to pick that up. We've been having a bit of a debate this morning how best to do the table. I've been thinking about the problem for months, so I've had it very set in my mind what I want to do. Harry's had a different approach. I still think we're going to go with mine. The reason being, so Harry's idea is to have this on the outside, but then you're going to see like a little bit of a join, and I don't really like that lip. And then from the front, I'm not a big fan of the look either. My idea is actually to cut it here, so I'd get 2 screws in, but then what you end up with is a look more like that, which I believe looks more intentional. And so we'll be able to attach it to the tabletop through this hole. And then these are left over from our Billy bookcases in our bedroom. I will say, do attach your furniture to the wall. We have, and it is attached to the wall, but because we added that wood on top and it's secured all together as one unit, we just didn't use as many of these. But yeah, a couple of these just to go one on either side. But yeah, basically like that. Cut this down. Where I marked that yesterday is wrong because we don't want these holes to clash accidentally. We're going to do our own holes. So we're actually probably going to set it more like that. But also, I wanted to make sure I got 2 holes here. So yeah, we're going to set it slightly further forward. Now, the idea was, once this was attached, this bit of wood, there'll be a small gap in the middle that needs bridging. So yeah, I was just going to use a bit of wood, and I've got some straight brackets to like plug this gap. However, Harry, well, I don't know if I came up with it or Harry came up with it, but we were talking about putting a drawer in the middle. It was me, was it? Yeah. And IKEA do a desk drawer that does like attach to the underside of the desk and then come out. Well, these are 8 centimeters tall. The drawer front is 8 centimeters tall. It's the right depth, it attached to the top, and then that will make that gap look intentional. So that's kind of the point of this. I want to make it look like an intentional piece of furniture and not the cobbled together thing that it is. The only thing is, our IKEA in Cardiff doesn't have that drawer in stock, so it'd be a case of ordering and waiting for it, which is a little bit annoying.
It's a bit annoying, but we can cut it to the exact dimensions, it'll be fine.
Yeah, so we can kind of prep today, and basically, so you're going to have a bracket with 2 holes and 2 holes, because you'll have to cut away from them. And yeah, and a 50 centimetre wide drawer in the centre there to keep my scissors, unpicker, you know, the things that you want to grab really easily. Hopefully we're going to mostly have a table built today. Feet levelers. They're 6 centimetres long, so they should be more than enough. And a load of screws. We couldn't get the drawer today, but I've decided I do want that drawer because I think it'd be very useful. And I think it will make this look intentional. And the fact that it's the same height as this and everything, it's just perfect. So we're going to order it, but we're going to wait a little bit to do so we can combine it with some other stuff for a different room project and save on shipping. Can I make a suggestion? Can we do these 2 and those 2, get the screws in to the very end, and then we can do the middle. There to write on the machine. Look at this space.
You happy?
Oh yeah.
You happy? Happy girly. I think we need to clean up behind the desk before you start moving around in there. Okay, never mind.
I love the idea of the drawer. I don't know, you inspired me about that.
Yeah.
And I came up with it, but you were the one who inspired me. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
It looks good. It's nice and bright as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've got the light in front of me regardless what I'm doing. I'm not against the wall when the light's behind me and I've got my shadow.
Yeah. Nice space to film yourself as well.
Yeah, this is the other thing, it'll be better for filming.
Yeah. You can really get the whole thing in. You can really get a lot of height on that.
Yeah, you can.
The whole project in. Look at that, look, eh? Happy girly?
Yeah. So many people do it with the one that's narrow, but now this way I've got like a proper leg space underneath.
Yeah.
And I've
Is it
got
the table of your dreams?
It is actually.
Oh, this is what you should do at the end. Do a little.
I should have done it before.
Done it before and after, then really spin it around and be like, oh my gosh, it's gone too fast. Ah!
That's going in the video. Should probably do a bit of an update. We've been out and about shopping. You hear that wind? There's the wind on the water. We've been out and about. Yeah, we've been out and about shopping. This is to make some frames for my shoes and my handbags. Not all of them, because I have too big a collection. I have to choose which ones I'm going to put on there.
You'll get them on rotation.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Hadn't thought
Rotate
about
the
that.
gallery.
But yeah, so we bought these. We bought some spray paint. So we picked out the colours. We've got the curtains in the back. We picked out the colours from the curtains. So we've got pops of colour. So it isn't just pink in there. It's a lot of pink. We're now going to go home and we're going to move the furniture. So we've got to move the things back in place. And we want to move the Welsh dresser upstairs. We probably won't get around to this tonight. I might do some maths and come up with a plan, but that's
probably the best idea, and
Yeah.
then you can measure and then cut. So I
Yeah.
don't think we're going to be spray painting today.
no. Oh, we bought a mitre box, which should make things a lot easier.
It measures the angle of cut.
Yeah, so we can lay these flat on the back. That'll be easier than the trim that we did around the bookcase, because those had to be like on end. You would still be able to do it in a mitre box, to be fair, but these should be easier because they're going to be flat on their back, and it's going to be a lot easier
So
to
we're
cut.
working in 2D rather than 3D.
Yeah. So we're on our way home and we're going to do those jobs. So hopefully we'll put you on time lapse and you can see us move furniture around like, I don't know, ants in a hive. Are they a hive? Or is it just a hill? It's just a hill. Colony. Ants in a colony. Right.
Ants in a colony.
Okay, so we're starting to get things in place. We've got my desk in place, the Welsh dresser, which I think mostly is going to be like paper craft and stuff going in there. I've got all new boxes. They're on their way because they are collapsed. Some of them are broken. And while the carpet's grey and they do technically go, I want to be a bit more colourful and a bit different. Now, that wall is quite blank at the moment. It's not going to stay that way. That's going to be a shoe display. I was thinking shoes and bags, but I quite like my bags up there. So that's going to be a shoe display of my irregular choice shoes and maybe a couple of others. Mostly my irregular choice shoes because these are work of art. If you're not a fan, that's cool. They are called irregular choice for a reason. I'm just trying to decide which shoes I'm going to display. And I might swap them out with seasons or whatever. I have 11 pairs, I've actually got more than that, of irregular choice. Some of them I've already ruled out because they're like my everyday pair. So yeah, 11 pairs of irregular choice. And I've also got 2 Aldo shoes that I'm tempted to display. I do have 2 pairs that are Disney, so I'm tempted to kind of pull them out and have them separate with like the Disney bags and my Minnie Mouse ears. Just gonna go through and like measure the height of shoes and like work out, and maybe I'll measure my area that I'm dealing with on the actual wall so I can kind of plan, because maybe I can fit a couple more in than I thought I would be able to. Okay, so here's not my entire collection. Like I said, I've already put a couple of pairs that I'm like, I won't display them because they're like just white sparkly. I think they're the white Zulus and the black Zulus, so they're just sparkly shoes. But I've got my Be Our Guest Little Prince. So these are Bambi, my Snoopy ones. This is called Fancy a Cuppa. They're my Christmas boots. So part of me is like, maybe I'll put those away and like switch them out around Christmas and like actually treat them like a Christmas decoration. And then I've got the flat and the boot version of those ones. So obviously only one of those will go on the shelf, and personally I think the boots look like more of a display than the flats. Then I've got these 2 that are very similar. Those leopard print ones were my first ever pair. Then I've got a Perspex heel. I actually liked them in gold. They were my favourite ones, but then they had a sale on a warehouse. They moved the warehouse
clearance, and there was a clearance sale. So I bought, also I'm not a sole protector kind of person, I'm sorry. I have protected these ones, but no, the others are, I'm afraid I do wear. Those my parents bought me for my birthday one year because I absolutely loved them. They're kind of almost like a Victorian kind of shape, but higher and sparkly, obviously. So if I were to display them as well, like especially the boots, you can see this has got the cardboard and tissue from the box. I have worn these out. I will stuff them to keep them nice. Yeah, I think I've already said no to them. Now, I'd like those ones on the wall because realistically, they're the ones I'd wear least because they are my highest pair. Oh, and the ones that aren't a regular choice that I might display are my Aldos. So my Glinda and my Elphaba. But what I could do, and I'm absolutely not against doing this, is displaying one of each together. So that might be an option. Again, I do wear these. I've worn these to like 3 weddings. But these ones are newer. I haven't worn these ones yet. I don't buy shoes just to look at them. I do actually wear these shoes. So maybe one each of those. So that's 1 pair. Definitely the leopard print. Definitely these ones. Definitely at least one of these short boots, but maybe switch them out in the summer. And the other idea I had was like with the 2 Disney pairs, do I display them with my Disney bags and ears? I definitely think I want Snoopy out. The bag, so the Snoopy bag up there, you can see Snoopy on his doghouse. That is actually an irregular choice bag. That's the only irregular choice bag I have, and they are part of the same collection. And yeah, I'm tempted to knock one of those out as well. Probably because of the colour of the walls, I'd knock out the lilac-y ones so it stands out more. Good morning. It is Saturday. Yesterday we actually got like the wind in our sails and really went for like an organisation streak. So out there is a lot clearer. Obviously we've still got the vacuum and the vax because we will at some point, hopefully today, vacuum the stairs and vax the stairs and vacuum downstairs because we got a bit lazy because it's a bit mucky. We just haven't bothered. I like my bags up there, happy with that. Come up with a plan for these. We're getting on with that today. So cutting wood and painting. This morning we were woken up by the delivery driver who delivered my new baskets. I don't think I'll get to moving the stuff from the grey ones to those ones because it's not a case, at least in my opinion, it's not a case of just moving one over for the other. I actually want to organise and catalogue what I have. We're not done in here, clearly, but we're a lot more organised and further ahead. Happy with that. Obviously we're clearer out in here. We dumped a lot of stuff in our dressing room. Obviously it's still not fully tidy. You can see stuff on the floor in there, but that's also a lot better. Now, and downstairs, which is where I'm actually going to do some measuring and working today, we actually have something that resembles a livable space. So this isn't going to stay as it is. This is Harry's temporary painting desk. This was his painting desk in our last place. He's going to be out in the lair or the medieval space tavern or whatever we're calling it now until we address that, because we've got a retaining wall behind that needs addressing first. I think it will be absolutely fine because of the foundations of that building, but just in case, we don't want to do all the work and then something structurally happens to the building that we then have wasted all that money. So we're getting the wall sorted out second half of March, and then we can do his lair. So he's got this painting table set up until then. The pictures are not staying like this. These are just random hooks or nails or whatever they had out that he's just hung some of our artwork. This is what's left of our boxes that need unpacking and sorting. There's something there for the sewing room I've just seen. We are getting there. However, I did laundry yesterday. It's just bed sheets, but like, just a warning. Yeah, we've got a bit like, let's just dump everything by the back door. So Harry is going through the recycling. You got the rest of my table there that will go in the medieval space tavern. We've got stuff that we need to put up. We've got stuff that we need to bin. So yeah, Harry's sorting that out. I'm gonna put the laundry away actually, and then I'm measuring the frames out of the dado rail.
Do you want to explain what you're doing?
I'm prepping this lampshade, and I'm trying to get all the bobbles off, so I'm shaving it. I'm shaving a lampshade.
We're going to spray paint these as well, because I can't find any that I like, and it's not like a nice wire one with a fabric thing, it's a plastic shade. So, and if it doesn't work, we haven't lost anything.
How nervous am I making you with this?
Near your injured hand, quite a lot.
What do you got there?
A knife!
No! Okay, Google, stop my timer.
I'm still not sure what you mean, so nothing was deleted.
Good morning. It is Sunday. Alpha are peeing. That's fine. I've only just brushed my hair, so it's very, very voluminous at the moment. Now, we finished cutting all the wood yesterday. We had to do a trip to B&Q to get another piece. I did expect that, to be fair, when I did the maths the other night. I didn't know if it would be 1 or 2 pieces, and that was if I decided if I was going to cut them all the same way, i.e. the thicker bit on the outside, or if I was going to alternate with the thicker bit on the bottom. And I decided to alternate because I wanted to add different textures. I know it's not a true different texture, but it will give an illusion of that, and also saves wood. So I only needed 1 more piece, and we've actually got a decent amount left, maybe even enough for 1 frame. We are in the process of painting today. So we did the blue yesterday. We did it inside because it was very, very wet outside, and it left a blue powder coat all over our kitchen, even our plants. So we very quickly stopped that and ended up cleaning the entire house. Today is still not ideal weather, by the way, for spray painting. It's only about 11 degrees. The humidity is below 90 though, so that is a bit better, but we are drying them in here. So these are wet. Harry's just done the green. We've got orange and we have pink left to come up. We've done one of the lampshades, that's what that's called. So today is a day of getting sorted. We probably won't put these up until tomorrow because it takes like 12 hours to be fully dry, fully cured. So, I mean the blue are, but like it makes more sense to do that all together. And I think I want to start with the corner ones, which are the orange and the green, I believe. Hello, I'm in my pyjamas. It is Monday. I've just got home from work. I'm in my pyjamas because I got wet cycling home from work. Harry's made me a cup of tea though, so I'm happy. I've misplaced my glasses, so I need to go find them. Hot. We are putting up the frames and the shelves tonight. Hopefully we'll get it all done before Harry does his stream. We are sticking, essentially, the frames to the walls. It's essentially faux paneling, but not as paneling. Oh, I need my laptop from downstairs because that's got my pan on it. But yeah, we're sticking them on with no nails. It was, to me, the easiest way, and there's no like weight or anything on them, so it should be fine. And then we're gonna obviously screw in the shelves, which are acrylic shelves just from Amazon. I tried to find something more local because I do try to avoid buying stuff from Amazon, but sometimes you gotta go Amazon. Take one last look of my empty wall. Will I record the next bit or will I do a transition? Who knows? We've just had a moment. So we're now putting up the clear plastic shelves, which you can barely see in this, which is kind of the point. But keep in mind, barely see, because we misplaced one and we could not find it. So no, we definitely had the right number. Well, we found it under our toolkit. Here. Goodness knows what we did there or how that happened, but at least we have it. Shoes are in. Now time to tackle those boxes. Harry is streaming, so I'm not going to record this. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to build the boxes and... Yep, build the boxes and then move stuff over. Hopefully cataloguing and labelling which ones have what in. I hope I'm in shock because I've got absolutely no way of telling. So I put the fabric all away the other day and I did catalogue most of it. 3 out of 8 of those baskets I gather they are smaller than the normal Calyx baskets because these were from somewhere else. But yeah, 3 out of those 8 are actually fully scrap. And we even have some that are like bits of denim and stuff to cut up. So actually not a lot of that is like true fabric. This will never be a channel that has a huge fabric store because I do try to be a bit more sustainable. And for me, because I don't have thrift stores like the States do, or like that are dead stock women in places, but for us they're expensive. Like I'm talking £10 a metre still, so they're not like the cheap version of fabric. I would rather spend the money on the fabric I actually like, and for me that is the most sustainable way of sewing, is buying the fabric I'm actually going to use. So yeah, I actually need to use that stuff. We've nearly done in here. We're nearly organised. The last thing now is to get this stuff, which is actually a mixture of sewing stuff. In fact, a lot of it's sewing stuff. My book binding stuff. I do have a box downstairs of like paper craft, but the more I look at the Welsh dress, the less I think it's all going to fit in here. I've even got my wedding veil hanging out. I need to find a home for that. But yeah, aim is to get this, the cricket. I mean, there's only one place the cricket's going to live in this. But yeah, hopefully get all of this. Not this. This is. I've somehow managed to get a second overlocker for free. So now I've got two overlockers that I've managed to get both for free. Scared of using either. One's a 3 thread. That's the original one I've got, and this one's a 4 thread. I did want to check something because I knew I stashed something in here and I couldn't remember what I stashed in here. Oh, that's the menu. Okay. Oh, I stashed scraps. Put these in the other Liberty scraps. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I will switch this to time lapse, and I'll show you a little bit of me sorting this Welsh dresser out. It's not the normal use of a Welsh dresser, but it fits the vibe in here for some reason. It's like quirky country cottage. Editing Becky here, just to say videos are coming out in a different order from what I anticipated when I was recording them. So I thought there was going to be a sewing project in between the last renovation, decoration, whatever, and this one. That hasn't worked out. The video will be coming next time. Yeah, sorry about that. So there might be some things I say that aren't true because I still made the thing. It's just the week that I allotted to make the thing, I ended up decorating, and I then still thought, oh, I'll be able to do it in time. I couldn't. Well, I have. I just haven't had the time to edit it at all. So I'd already mostly edited this video, hence this one's coming out before the sewing video. Also didn't record any thoughts for this room. Absolutely love my pink paradise. Oh, and I've also already got a new addition. Lemon basket. That's got all my like little cabbagey scraps in there. I love that this room is fully me. All the other rooms, well, apart from Harry's room, which is obviously gonna be fully him, you have to, as a couple, agree on things. And Harry is very, very nice and letting me do a lot of what I want. But a lot of what I'm suggesting, I have got him in mind, obviously, because he's also using the space. So I wouldn't have suggested a fully pink lounge, for instance, or I actually had proposed pink for the bedroom, but then we found the purple fabric. But yeah, this is completely me. And yeah, I've got some bits of artwork up on the wall. So the couple pictures my nan got, they are actually mine and Harry's Christmas presents from a couple of years ago. Yeah, they really fit this space and I really like them there. Got some wedding photos up with my dogs in there. And yeah, I'm starting to put embroidery on the wall as well to hide the imperfections that are there, which I'm sure you can still see. Oh, and we've already had our first guest in here, which was my sister. She had a conference down the road, quite literally. And so she's like, oh, I'll pop in and see. Well, the sister haven't been around her house yet. So we've had our first guest stay here. We've had some bad news.
unfortunate, well, not bad news. We've just had some nasty surprises and we've had to find some money to do some repairs that we hadn't anticipated. So we will be slowing down on the videos with the decorating. In fact, we've decorated rooms that we've not even recorded to show because it was just painting walls. It's not that interesting. But I did want to show you what we're calling Harry's Lair or the Medieval Space Tavern. However, that is one that is on the back foot because the repairs are to the wall behind it, and just in case anything happens. But also we've run out of money and we've had to borrow money, and yeah, that one's going to be a bit slower. So that's probably going to come out next year, that one. So in good news, if you're not into the decorating side of things, we are back to regular programming here of sewing and other crafts. There will be other crafts, but mostly sewing. Let's face it. I would like to bake a bit more. That is an aim. In fact, I've got a whole exploration of different things that I want to try. Yeah, bookbinding. I want to get back into bookbinding. Now that I have a garden, I can go sand whenever the weather is sunny, and I don't have to like run extension leads out of windows really precariously anymore, or face the wrath of my husband because I've sanded indoors. But yeah, we are absolutely getting there, and yeah, I'm just so thankful for this room, and I appreciate that we are very fortunate. So I don't want to moan too much about the fact that we've been held up because of repairs. Joys of being a homeowner sometimes. I don't hit my head on these, if you're wondering. Harry does. So whenever Harry comes in and he sits here, he always hits them. I think I've positioned this one perfectly. But yeah, no, I don't hit them. Absolutely love the fact that I can see my irregular choice. So I come in here in the morning, just look at the room and smile. If you enjoyed this video, please join me again. I will actually be sewing in this room. Come again and hobby along with me. Bye.
Oop, I did a mistake. You shouldn't leave me alone with this. I'm going to have too much fun.
I'm not leaving you alone. So pink.